Welcome and thank you for the interest in our Storefronts Online software. The best way to access the program is through our website. Bottom left-hand corner, you'll notice the Storefronts Online icon. Clicking there will lead you to the login page. Username and password. If you've not received one, please send an email to architectural@crlaurence.com so we can get you lined up. Okay, once you've got the program downloaded, click on Storefronts Online app. All right. First screen is a header screen. Once you get jobs lined up, you'll have them all listed here. Way to start out is with new storefronts down in the bottom right hand corner. That'll give you the ability to add your job name here. So we'll start off with just a job name Tower Plaza. And come up with a fun little customer name. We'll just call them Brand X. So we'll come back to the screen at the end. Next, we'll just go to View Storefront. That'll get you started with your template screen. Template screen is going to give you just a basic layout. It's a good place to start. Upper left-hand corner gives you the different brands. For today, we're just going to be looking at the all glass. So it gives you no doors, a hinged left door, right door, and a pair of double doors. Transoms you can add. You can also do this again at a later screen. Shapes popping in or popping out. Again, I prefer to look at them from the other screen. It's an easier way to do it. So we'll stick with the flat shape. We'll start with just a double door and a single side light. Double clicking that template automatically brings it into the next screen. I always like to start from the top and kind of work my way down, make sure we get everything that we need job specific. So we're starting off with our door rail system. Clicking down the arrows next to it, you'll see different systems that we have available in here. Finishes, brushed stainless, usually the most popular. We now have the matte black, bronze anodized, different finishes available. For today, we'll just stick with the brushed stainless. Glass sizes. Different glass sizes available is going to change the hardware, so we'll stick with a 1/2 inch clear. Some of the more advanced features we'll be adding in other videos to show you how to add glass pricing and everything else in there as well. So here, first thing we're going to do is just add the dimensions. So standard height. We'll pick something a little unorthodox. We'll do something like 144 inch, just to kind of show you what the program can do here. And we'll stick with, we'll go with the 108 9-foot wide opening. Okay, you'll notice the red exclamation mark. It's a warning. That warning is telling you your doors are way too big, way too heavy. So we're going to change that height down to something a little more tangible here. 96 inch, you'll notice those warnings go away. So the system's designed to correct any fatal errors that you're having with your storefront system. Okay, this is also where you can add a side light by click and drag from this menu up here. Okay, now you'll notice if you go back to the 3D image, how small those side lights have gotten. So you can always change the dimensions by going back and clicking here. So we'll make this 144, and you'll see that it corrects up above. Simple storefront. Next thing we go is to the doorways. Doorways is where you can change the layout of your doors themselves. So for example, if you've got patch fittings, that would be an A type. And you'll notice the image is giving you the option. Sometimes you have a lock. P is going to be your full top, full bottom rail. Clicking the arrow next to it, you have different options of the swing of the door itself. Standard double acting door is in and out. This is where you would be adding locks, let's say to the top. Since it's a pair of doors, giving you the option of hitting locks on both top and bottom. In this particular case, we're going to put a lock on the bottom, both doors. You'll notice the image does show locking at the bottom here. whether or not you're going to do overhead concealed or floor closer. We'll change this to a floor closer. And here's your list of what we've got so far. So your header above the doors is a 4-inch, which can be changed by clicking and dropping the arrows down. So for a narrow header, double doors, stock. Automatically puts in the walking beam pivots at the top. 4-inch rail without a lock at the top. The bottom is going to have the same 4-inch rail. So for handicap, we'll change this to a 10-inch with a standard lock. Cylinder outside thumb turn in can always be changed here as well. Standard floor closer, Jackson J900. You prefer, we've got a list of floor closers here as well. Handles. Handles can be added, changed, or deleted. For example, some people like to use custom pulls. You can do none here and it won't include any for you. For now, we're going to drop in just a standard 36-inch ladder pull. Okay. Next screen is going to be Sidelights Transoms. This is where those sidelights next to the doors you can customize based on the job conditions. So changing from one icon to the other. So this is using the header at the top and the bottom. This is using the rail attached to a header, so on and so forth. So for this one, we're going to have a simple U channel. Different U channels available. Smoke baffle, narrow headers, these kinds of things. Panel details is where you can get into the actual panels, sizing, out of square, things like that. Hardware positions, this is where you can go through and change the location of your height for your poles, giving you exact glass dimensions. And your miscellaneous screen where your hardware list can add up. We'll be going through other videos to give you more of the advanced features, panic handles, out of square glass, adding glass costs, things like that. Going back to the measurement screen, here at the bottom, you can give your storefront a custom name. So we'll call this front entry. And to add another layout, using this plus symbol at the bottom, can add another storefront for you. Automatically pops up the template screen. So let's say, for example, we've got multiple offices within this building, and they're all duplicate, one left, sidelights on both sides, standard height of 84-inch, with an overall of 108. Going to doorways allows us to change the hardware for this specific storefront entry. These ones we'll use overhead concealed, and we'll add a center lock. And we'll change that center lock to be a 6x10. Going on to the miscellaneous screen, you'll see the two storefronts. Clicking into the hardware items will show you the images. And it'll also show you the location of that material. So for example here, the 4-inch door rails, it's showing you I've got them at the bottom of the interior offices, as well as the top of the pairs. Now let's say, for example, we've got 10 of these interior offices that are all the same. On our measurement screen, we can again double click, giving it a job name of offices, hitting tab will give you over to the quantity, and let's say we've got 10 of those. Tab again. Going back to the miscellaneous screen, we'll adjust your quantities based on those multiple openings. Clicking save and then close saves your storefront. Here you would have the quote/order hardware, and you would request the quote. And pressing close takes us back to this screen. The header screen here is where we're going to request the quote. From this screen, you can also go in and do your glass sizes. Glass sizes are kicked out for submission to the glass company, and we'll have all of your glass layout based on the hardware that you've chosen. Your hardware list can also be used as your packing slip, showing how many pieces of what dimensions that you'll be getting in as well. Your door layout will give you a nice elevation, overall dimensions. And the cutting list is going to show you exactly where everything's going. Going in to do any edits is as easy as clicking on View Storefronts, and you're right back into your layouts and giving you the options for changing any hardware. Anytime quotes are revised, you will want to come back here and request a quote once again to get an updated quote. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate. We are here to help. Welcome and thank you for being part of CR Laurence team.